Hey everybody, it's Jim from Cigars and Other Dude Stuff. Today I'm reviewing the Dias de Gloria Brazil edition from AJ Fernandez. And there is a Dias de Gloria regular edition that came out in 2016, was pulled off the market, and then came out again in 2019. That has a sun-grown wrapper. This one is a Brazil Mata Fina wrapper, which should be pretty good smoking. We'll see about that. I've never had one of these before. Speaking of AJ Fernandez, if you think you haven't smoked an AJ Fernandez cigar, he has New World and Bella Artes and San Lotano and Last Call as other lines that he makes under his own name. But if you haven't smoked any of those and you say, well, I've never smoked an AJ Fernandez cigar, you're probably wrong, because he's got his toes in a lot of different cigars. A lot of the Montecristos in 1935 Nicaragua edition, which did really, really well in terms of ratings and stuff. He's behind that. He's done some H. Upmann stuff, and we're talking about New World Montecristo and H. Upmann. But man, he's done so much. If you are into catalog brands, Ava Maria, which that was one of my favorite cigars for a long time when I first started smoking. Really, really like that. Diesel, and Diesel's sold in a lot of cigar stores now. And let's see, what's another one? Man of War is another one. So he's had just so many successes, and that's just a few of the house brands that he makes. Very, very successful cigar maker. He actually made his bones making cigars as a third-party contractor, and has only been making his own brands, I don't know, since like 2014. Look at the nice packaging on this, and AJ Fernandez does that with all his cigars. And by the way, too, I'm wearing my official AJ Fernandez hat, kind of in his honor, since I'm smoking an AJ Fernandez cigar. Anyway, let's take a look at this cigar. Nice foot band on it, green and a dark black sort of wrapper. Man, that is a good combination. Very beautiful cedar sleeve on it. This is a box press. This is a Toro edition, by the way. I think it's 6.2 by 54, so it's a pretty big one. This one is box pressed. The original one is a round press. And for being box press, if you ever notice, box press cigars can be a little mushy, because I think they struggle a little bit with how much filler to use, because they have to then make it into a box press, put it into a mold to make it squared off in the corners. This one is nice and firm, kind of unusual for a box press cigar. Like all AJ Fernandez cigars, they're made at his own factory in Nicaragua, and he has several farms, and all the tobacco for this cigar, except for the Brazil part of it, come from his farms in Nicaragua. Well, let me get this thing cut and lit up, and I'll smoke it up and get back to you with a final report. I'm back smoking this AJ Fernandez Dias de Gloria Brazil, and I really like the cigar. The construction has been really, really nice on it. True burn all the way down. I took some pictures to show you on that. No relights or anything like that. Draw was really good. Burn was nice. It had a little tiny bit of canoeing at the beginning, hardly any, but it straightened itself out and was burned like a champ after that. Nice smoke production. I like that about it as well. I would say it's got mostly a cedar characteristic with some almonds mixed in there. A little bit of sweetness, a dark cherry sweetness, I'm going to say. Very pleasant flavor profile on it. In terms of body, it's an AJ Fernandez cigar. And AJ Fernandez punches above his weight class, I think, when it comes to strength. It smoked a little stronger. I'd say medium full plus for strength, and more like medium plus for body. But definitely a nice body cigar. So let me give this a rating. I'm going to give this a 9.0 for overall smoking experience. And I tell you, I've been on a bit of a roll, other than that EP Carrillo I did last week, which really was a disappointment. I've smoked some pretty good cigars, so I'm happy about that. I will say, it's been winter and it's been cold. I got to explain to some of that mess behind me. There is a bird feeder right above here that I have on my deck to kind of hang off. And so all the crap that the birds discard ends up in the grass behind me. And when it's snow, it kind of gets lost in the snow. And then when the snow starts to melt, all of a sudden you got a mess. So looking forward to a little dry weather and get that cleaned up. But it's a pretty nice day today. As you can see, the snow is starting to melt, as we talked about. Being the weather's a little bit warmer than it has been, I started moving into bigger cigars. And I don't know, a bigger cigar, this big Toro size with AJ Fernandez punch, I'm a little bit loopy, to tell you the truth. If you're an AJ Fernandez fan, you pretty much know what I'm talking about in terms of the body. If you haven't smoked a lot of AJ Fernandez cigars, this is not a bad one to start with to really get the AJ Fernandez strong experience if you don't mind a medium full type body cigar. All right, that's it for today. I will see you next time from Cigars and Other Dude Stuff.